Okay, the first thing that we're going to do with this object is we're going to talk about, well, what is an object, I suppose, but objects are just like variables or containers on steroids. They're not only able to contain information, they're able to do different things. So you can think of them as like a little robot instead of just a jar. So let's make our robot, and yours again can be called whatever you want. It can be called Fred, it can be called person, snake, anything, or you can just use my object, it doesn't matter. And you should have already created this in video 1. So we're going to just add a method down below. Now a method is just an ability. A method has a return type, which if you don't know is just the way it answers questions. It's the type of information this thing can send back to other classes. It's the way it talks to other classes. For our first method, we're not going to deal with public, private, any of that stuff yet, if you have any idea what that is. So we're just going to type the return type, which is, in this case, we're going to have it be void, which means this method doesn't respond, it just does something. And so we're just going to have it be a method called sayHi. Now methods are always named with a lowercase letter at the beginning, unless it's the constructor method. And then each subsequent name word thereafter is capitalized, just like with variables. You tell the computer or the compiler that it is in fact a method with open and closed parentheses and then the open and closed braces. And then everything that happens inside these braces is what we call the method body or the function body. And these are all the commands it executes. The computer will execute anytime a different class tells an object of type myObject to execute its sayHi method. So for this one, we're just going to use the system.out.println command to have it say hi. And that is it. Now, I would like you on your own to create a method very much like this that just has it say something else. Say save the class name, it could be. So why don't you just create that one, or create another method of this type, and we're going to go and use these methods in the next video. So you should also have a second one. I'll just create like say class type, and then since our class is or say class name or something, let's say class name, that makes more sense. Say class name, and then the class name is system.out.println. My class is called creatively my object. And just create 2 methods. That's all we're doing in this video.